I'm Lindsay. I'm the Assistant General Manager here at Remnant Brewing. Remnant Brewing was founded by people who've worked in the brewing industry for a long time. And kind of what the name and our brewery represents in terms of values is a historical context to beer, to brewing, to Somerville, as well as innovating off of that context. So our head brewer, his name is Charlie. He's worked at a ton of breweries in the past, so he's very experienced. And basically right now, he's just making beer that he really loves and is really passionate about. So I think a good example of something that's a historical style but a little innovative is we just put out a Spelt Pilsner. So it's a traditional German-style Pilsner, but it actually uses over half of malted spelt from a local maltery in Western Mass. So what's really interesting, like in terms of its traditional style, it's very crisp, really refreshing, but it has that nice haze in its body from the malted spelt. And I don't think you see a lot of breweries who like try to collaborate or try to innovate styles like that, right? You have something very traditional and then something a little untraditional, working so close with Valley Malt in Hadley, Mass, for those more special ingredients. Other than that, he really loves saisons and sours, so we're putting out a mango puree sour, and that uses a farmhouse yeast, so you get kind of like saison notes from it at first, like a little fruity, a little peppery, as well as this great tart sour finish. And he's really passionate about having a variety of styles, but also stuff that he just really likes to drink. In terms of our place in the market, we're really excited to focus on community, and I feel like breweries have always kind of been a staple in communities historically, but now we get to be part of this new community center in Somerville, which is really awesome. So Bow Market in general is going to focus on like food, local shops, our brewery. There's going to be a comedy studio. They also already have been doing a lot of pop-up events or hosting fun events, like we just showed the World Cup here. We also have like a culture house popping up in our communal space. So I think being a part of that community and providing an area for people to congregate and then also eat and shop is a really unique opportunity for us. So I picked two beers that I really like and I think kind of showcase our variety of styles here. So the first is the Bow Street Session. This is like one of the first beers we released, named after our place in the market and our place in the community on Bow Street. It's a session ale, and it uses really interesting hops. It uses Idaho 7, which is kind of like a new hybrid hop, and then Grungeist, which is a new German variety that is actually really fruity. A lot of German hops are known for their more like grassy properties, but this one provides like a really nice citrusy feel to it. And you still get some of that like grassy notes from it as well in the aroma. And the thing I love most about this session in particular too is it's not too light-bodied, it's very medium-bodied, so you get a lot of different qualities in this one beer. And we try and keep it on pretty consistently. One of our things here is we don't want to have a flagship beer, but I think having something that almost everyone could drink and is really accessible is super important. On the other end of that spectrum, we have a bourbon barrel-aged double stout or imperial stout. So this isn't quite as accessible, but it's still really delicious. So we aged it in Mad River bourbon barrels for about 2 months, which isn't a long time in the grand scheme of barrel aging, but we got barrels that were just so fresh that we got all the properties we wanted from the spirits like right away. So you definitely get a lot of that bourbon like heat from the alcohol almost in the aroma. And a lot of the lovely like vanilla spirits and even some properties from the barrel, which is a little bit of that like charred oak flavor. And then it finishes pretty sweet, but still not cloying or lingering. Even dark beers aren't really my thing, but so far of the barrel-aged beers that we've done, I really like them because they're just so unique, and you can really taste that what he aged them in was super fresh. Yeah, cheers.